Hello, Giants fans. So, last video wasn't the most optimistic outlook on the Giants, and some of you in the comments seemed like you wanted to crucify me because of some of the losses I had for them. But it's just my opinion, and when they actually happen, then you can get on me. I mean, if the Giants are losing some of these games or winning some of these games that I say they're going to lose, then you can get on me about it. But for now, it's just an opinion. But here's the good news. There's an optimistic outlook for the Giants in this video, so I hope you guys enjoy this one. I myself am very excited for the future of this team. As I said last video, I expect them to be competing in 2020 as in next year. I think this is a transition year, as I said. So next year is going to be the year where the Giants should be in the playoff hunt, hopefully. This is a big year to see if their young guys improve, and let's get into why I'm excited for the Giants in 2020. So here's the first thing. It's pretty obvious. The Giants have a lot of young players that are very talented. Now, we don't know their max potential yet. Some of these guys have made a name for themselves in the NFL so far. Obviously, Saquon Barkley, Evan Engram had a good first year. There are some guys on this list that have made a name for themselves. Jabril Peppers had a pretty nice year last year with the Browns, but definitely not his full potential yet. But there are a lot of guys under 25 that can make a big impact on this team. So first, Daniel Jones. I expect him to play this year. Some of you don't. I think that'd be a very poor decision on the Giants' part not to play him this year. Of course, if the Giants are like having a really good season, then yes, you keep Eli in. But from what I expect, I think Eli will get pulled after the bye week, so I do think Daniel Jones will get a decent amount of playing time this year. Saquon Barkley, we know what he is. He just needs to stay healthy. I hope this guy is the best running back in NFL history. He definitely has the talent for it. We just don't know if he's going to stay healthy or not, but he had a healthy first year, so knock on wood, stays healthy the rest of his career. Evan Engram had some problems with drops in previous years, had some problems with injuries as well, but this is his year. This is his year to prove that he's one of the better tight ends in football. He's in a perfect situation, and I think he's going to do it, so I really hope he does. Will Hernandez at left guard had an up and down season, but from what we've seen in previous years, he's been pretty good, and I think he'll get even better as this year goes on, and even in the future. He's still only 24 years old, so Will Hernandez definitely has a bright future. Dexter Lawrence, who we took this year, just 21 years old, giant dude. I mean, no pun intended there with the Giants, but he's a giant dude and a great run stopper. Hopefully, he's a pass rusher better than we expect, better than I expect at least, because he didn't have too many sacks in college, but from what the Giants are saying at camp, he is getting to the quarterback, so we'll see what happens with him. Dalvin Tomlinson, we're not sure if he's going to stay with this team. This is a big year for him. I believe it's a contract year as well. Hopefully he stays with this team. He seems like a good piece. BJ Hill had, I think, 6.5 sacks last year. Good piece for this team. Lorenzo Carter, everyone's very excited about him. He didn't start for this team last year. He played in limited time and split snaps, but I think this year he will play a lot more. He should definitely be playing over Kareem Martin. That's what we saw last year. We saw a lot of Kareem Martin starting. He wasn't too effective, so I hope they give Lorenzo Carter and even O'Shane Ximines, who's next on the list, some more playing time. And at outside linebacker, I mean, the Giants, they aren't like stacked at that position. Marcus Golden's there as well, so we'll see if he can regain his 2015 form, I think it was, when he had his double-digit sack year. So we'll see what he gives us. Jabril Peppers, still 23 years old, his third year in the league, I believe. He should have a really good year for us. I'm very excited to see what he can do. DeAndre Baker, as I said in the bold prediction video, I think he will undoubtedly be the best cornerback on this team by the end of the year. Very high on DeAndre Baker myself. Sam Beal, I mean, obviously missed last year, and, that was very unfortunate, but he just needs to stay healthy. I mean, he's a guy who's had some injury problems as well. Seems talented. I'm excited to see what he does in the preseason, but as long as he's healthy, he should be a good enough cornerback for us, especially playing this DeAndre Baker and guys like Julian Love, who's next, and Janoris Jenkins this year. And then we have Julian Love, who I just mentioned. I think the Giants are playing with him at safety, maybe a slot corner. Not sure. I love what I saw in college from him. He's just, sticks to his guy like glue. Has great technique and stuff like that. So I think Julian Love definitely has a future in this league. And Grant Haley, some people are raving about at camp as well. So we'll see what he gives us. Played for us last year a lot towards the end of the season. Had some nice plays, did some things that weren't so great, but I think overall he had a pretty nice season. So we'll see if he can build on that. Still just 23 years old as well. And next, we all know the NFL is a cap space league, just like the NBA. And the Giants are going to be in a good situation with money after this season. So they're going to be able to cut Janoris Jenkins, Red Ellison, and Kareem Martin. And before that, they would have 55 million. After those cuts, they would have 74 million. I'm sure they can make some additional cuts as well. Probably get around 80 million. And to the right here, you can see all the free agents for next year. I'm sure some of these guys, probably half of them will be like re-signed, but I'm sure some of these guys will be free agents next year. And it's very intriguing. There are some good names on this list that would definitely help any football team, especially the Giants. They need help at some of these positions. And I'm very excited about some of these names we see here. So, I mean, if they get Jadeveon Clowney, imagine how much that would help their defense. Imagine if the Giants defense showed some signs this year of being a really good, talented young defense. Then they add some established veterans, maybe like a Clowney. Maybe they get Chris Harris because he's older for a pretty good price, something like that. That would be an amazing defense, an amazing offseason. We're still a year away from it, obviously, but it's just exciting to look at this and realize how much money this team has. Dave Gettleman would have to spend it wisely. I hope he doesn't give out any stupid contracts like the Jets with Tremaine Johnson and stuff like that. I just had to take a shot at the Jets, sorry. Anyway, the sky's the limit for this team next offseason, especially if Daniel Jones is the real deal this year. That depends a lot on the Giants' future. Like, if Daniel Jones comes out and plays half the season this year and looks like an elite quarterback, at least for the future, the Giants are going to be in a great position to be an elite NFL team within the next few years, and it's going to be very exciting to watch. And I'll have to kiss Dave Gettleman's ass if he does it. Now, I'm sure some people are going to comment already that Dave Gettleman's the best because of what he did in Carolina and whatnot. You guys know how I feel about that, but until he proves it and actually gets us a winning team next year, I will not be kissing his ass yet. But if he does, then sure, of course I will definitely own up to what I said and start believing in what he's doing. So we'll see. I mean, they're in a great situation. There are a lot of great names on this free agent list, and it's going to be a fun offseason next year, believe that. So here's the conclusion. The Giants will have $70 to $80 million to spend in 2020, most likely next offseason. That'll be very exciting. And Daniel Jones on his rookie contract making between $5 to $8 million. And for some of you, I'm sure you're aware that a quarterback on a rookie contract equals going to the Super Bowl as long as that rookie quarterback is playing at a high level. We saw it with Seattle and Russell Wilson. We even saw it last year with Jared Goff, who's also on a rookie contract. Quarterbacks on rookie contracts, it just helps so much because instead of a guy making 25 to 30 million, he's making 5 to 8 million, and you could spend that $20 million elsewhere, spend it wisely to improve your defense, your offensive line, skill positions, whatever. And having him on that cheap contract until 2022 should give the Giants a 3-year window to actually compete for a Super Bowl. It's exciting to say, and it might be a little premature because we're not sure what Daniel Jones is yet. But if he plays this year and if he looks like an elite quarterback, the Giants are going to be Super Bowl contenders potentially if they make the right offseason signings, and they're going to have Daniel Jones on that very cheap contract from like 2020 to 2022. That's 3 seasons right there of them competing with him on his rookie contract. So that's very exciting. And they already have this young and exciting defense in 2019. If they improve and B.J. Hill becomes a much better player than we saw last year, if Lorenzo Carter takes a big step, Dexter Lawrence, DeAndre Baker, Jabril Peppers, if all these guys become really good at their positions and the Giants add just a couple other pieces to that defense just to make it complete, they could be a really, really good team. So it's exciting to see what's going to happen. It's a little premature to say all this stuff because the 2019 season has not happened yet. You guys know what I feel about this season. I think it's a transition year. It's a year to build and for our young guys to get better. So I'm not expecting to win the Super Bowl this year. I'm not even expecting to make the playoffs this year. I'm just excited to see my young guys get better, and hopefully next year the Giants will be a legit team and actually competing. And speaking of the whole rookie contract for quarterbacks and stuff like that, I'm sure some of you saw the thing on, I think, what's the show? First Take, I think it was, with Max Kellerman and I think Ryan Clark talking about Tom Brady and how he takes less money and comparing it to Eli Manning, who took like the max amount of money. But that's the thing, like the Patriots, the reason, and there's many reasons they make the Super Bowl every year, but a big reason is because Tom Brady takes the, not the minimum, but he takes like 15 to 20 million dollars when he should be taking around 30 million dollars to give the Patriots extra money to spend elsewhere and bring in some great players. That's what makes them great. And them having that extra money to spend just makes them a better football team and brings in better talent. So having Daniel Jones on this contract, I'm not saying it's going to make the Giants the Patriots, but it'll allow the Giants to bring in more talented players, as compared to Daniel Jones making $30 million dollars instead of $5 to $8 million. So the Giants do play on Thursday. Unfortunately, I will not be able to watch that game live. I think I have a final from one of my summer classes. So that's my own fault for taking a late class in the summer, but it is what it is. So I'll definitely watch that back. Hopefully Daniel Jones plays out of his mind and gets us all getting rowdy and stuff like that. That'll be fun to see. If he comes out and throws like 3 picks, I mean, it is the preseason, but that's not going to be a good look for us, and we're going to get made fun of by the media and stuff like that. So I hope that doesn't happen. I hope Daniel Jones shuts a lot of people up, but not even just Daniel Jones. I mean, a lot of young guys on this team are probably going to play. I don't know for how long, but there's going to be people to watch in this game. So I'm excited to watch it, probably make some videos about it. I'll definitely review it if you guys want, all that kind of stuff. If you want to talk Giants football on Twitter, my Twitter's at Mike_NYY. So, we can talk Giants there, just not on YouTube and stuff like that. So that'd be cool. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time after Thursday. Hopefully we beat the shit out of the Jets. That would be cool. And I'll talk to you guys next time.